Well, hello again, everybody, and welcome back once again to Maximus the Fourth. I just got done finishing my workout after watching ASMR Ral's spaghetti video, and oh my gosh, I was just nervous as can be, so pumped, full of adrenaline, but man, I'm glad the workout's done. It's always hard to get past those workouts. Anyone else feel the same way? Just comment below. Today, as I'm driving to my destination to do some pressure spraying, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts with you guys and facts about Val Kilmer. So Val Kilmer is an American actor that was born in 1959 on December 31st. He is 64 years old. Val Kilmer is a legendary actor, somebody that I've enjoyed quite a bit over the years, and what I can tell you is that I know that Val Kilmer is loved and very liked by some people. Val Kilmer just so happens to be my mom's one of her absolute favorite actors of all time. Whoops. And I enjoy him too. I haven't seen every single last one of his movies, far from. But some of his movies that really stand out to me is Batman Forever. He did a fantastic job in that movie as Batman. There's Tombstone. He played an amazing Doc Holliday. Who could forever forget the scene where him, Wyatt, Earp, and Virgil, and Wyatt Earp's other brother, they're just walking at the OK Corral. And Val Kilmer, even though they're scared and kind of nervous, he just plays it so cool and even winks at his foe as he's getting ready to stand off with him and boom, get into a drawing fight. A movie that I've also seen of Val Kilmer's is called The Saint. I don't remember a whole lot about that movie. That's one of my mom's favorite movies. But what I do remember about it is it's kind of slow, and then it kind of gets action-packed, and it's kind of hard to follow. But it's also one of those movies where if you're really paying attention to it, you could easily like it. That's a movie that I need to revisit of his. Val Kilmer has also played some very small roles where he's just made very small appearances, such as that movie True Romance. I think it's Christian Slater and this blonde chick that's in it too. Val Kilmer is like, he plays the angel of Clarence, the guy that Christian Slater plays, and he's looking in the mirror, and instead of it being Clarence, it's Val Kilmer in the mirror, just like the angel on his shoulder telling him what he needs to do and advising him. There's also this movie that is based on a true story. Back in, I think it was the late 1800s, when the slave drive was a very real thing, and it was in Africa. There were these lions that killed dozens of people, probably hundreds, and it actually got so bad that the lions, there was some sort of thing that happened to these lions that was really bad. Rather, a huge pack that was the lions' families got massacred or what, but it's absolutely based on a true story. These lions were so aggressive and had killed so many human beings that they had become completely accustomed to the taste of eating humans. Not only that, but even when they weren't hungry, they would kill just for the satisfaction. And it was literally a true horror story. In that movie, Val Kilmer plays Colonel so-and-so, I can't remember the name, where he's the guy that is trying to hunt the lions, which really did happen. And he has to play it very strategic because there's a part where he shoots one of the lions in the leg and the lion escapes. And then later that night, the lion starts trying to hunt the colonel. So while he's hunting the lion, he becomes the hunted by the hunter of the lion, if that makes any sense. For the life of me, I can't remember the name of that movie. My wife just shared the preview with me last night, and I'm really excited to watch it. But it looks like a really, really good movie. But in Val Kilmer's later part of his career, he was in a little bit of Maverick, which was the new Top Gun with Tom Cruise once again. And the part that he played as Iceman, where he's basically only just typing while trying to speak to Maverick, it's because in the movie and in real life, he actually legitimately in real life has throat cancer. In Val Kilmer, he's pretty much in the fight of his life. He doesn't look like he's going to die anytime soon, and I think he's had the cancer for about 5 or 6 years, I want to say. But the cool thing about Val Kilmer is he's a very spiritual dude, and he meditates and probably reads and prays and does everything that he has to do to keep his inner self strength strong. So he's sick and he's potentially dying, but he's far from done. And that's what I really like about Val Kilmer, is if you read up on him about his cancer, you can very, very emphatically read that he's not just despairing. Far from, actually. He's really doing what he needs to do to just stand up to the cancer and not let it completely cripple him emotionally. And that's exactly what he's doing. And it's beautiful to see that. Val Kilmer, he's definitely not just an actor. He is a pretty talented guy in a lot of facets of his life, and very inspirational. I would have to agree with my mom that he's probably one of the best actors that's ever hit cinema, Hollywood. And he's definitely one of kind. He has an acting style that is unparalleled. You can't match it. Either you have it or you don't. And Val Kilmer has a personality that most people just don't have. And a movie that I also really, really like that he's in is called Heat. This one has Robert De Niro and Al Pacino in it. And what Heat is about is it's about these real life bank robbers. It's based on a true story that planned this bank robbery very well. And these guys were literally decked out in body armor, and they had just the most insane overpowered assault rifles. And I want to say there was like 6 to 12 of these guys that were in the gang, the bank robbers, in real true life story. When the cops were trying to take them down, they just absolutely freaking tore them up with their assault rifles. And the cops, it's like one of the toughest criminal gun fights that any police department had ever had to deal with of all time. And if you have not seen that movie, Heat, I highly recommend it. Val Kilmer is not the main character in that movie, but he's really cool and fun to watch. He's got long blonde hair in that movie, and just watching him pack around his assault rifle and wearing the body armor, it's such a good movie. I'm not going to spoil the rest of it, but let's just say that something does happen in that movie, and Val Kilmer is a very big part of it, and it's this drawn out, super dramatic scene, and you got to watch it. But as Val Kilmer continues his fight with throat cancer, I think that he has got a really good head on his shoulders and isn't going to allow it to ruin his life, even though it could potentially kill him. One other thing about Val Kilmer in Maverick, there is one part of the scene when he's talking to Maverick with the computer where he actually does talk for reals, and his voice is like really, really scratchy and deep like this because of the throat cancer. But for those of you that don't know, that was not actually him talking. That was his son doing the voiceover work for him in that scene when he's talking to Maverick. But other than that, I'm not sure what else to say about Val Kilmer. He's a great actor, and I really hope that he can win his fight with throat cancer. So, I don't know. Let me know your guys' thoughts on Val Kilmer. What are some movies that you've seen that he's in? Just leave a comment down below, let me know. And those are my thoughts and facts on Val Kilmer. Thank you for watching.